And good afternoon, good evening. Welcome out to Albany as we get set here for high school softball action tonight here on Albany TV. It's the first softball game of the year for both of these teams, and it's also the first matchup between these two teams and the GRC West this season. Again, I'm Jared Rolfes, joined along with color commentator and cameraman Brett Williams. Welcome out here to Albany for our first softball game of the season. And like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast. BTC Bank, Petty John Auto Center locations in Bethany and Albany. Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany. The Home Lumber Company in Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee. Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential in Albany. Johnson Controls in Albany. Northwest Cell, the Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. Sublime Flamingo Boutique LLC. East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center in Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant and Lone Star Investments in Albany. Thummel Angus, the City of Albany. Williams Construction. The Albany Booster Club, the Albany and Stanberry School Districts, and the Printer News Shop are located in Albany, and the Donnie and Nancy Stevens family. Again, welcome out to our BTC Bank pregame. Tonight's pregame brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Brett, these are two teams that will see each other quite a few times this season as they will start out here, and then they'll have the potential, possibly, they are on opposite side of the bracket, but to see each other on Saturday at the Bill Hill Memorial Tournament, which is kind of turning into this season a GRC West preseason softball tournament, as all the 8 teams from the GRC West that play softball will be included in that tournament here on Saturday.
Yeah, like you said, two very familiar teams with each other. Opening the season against each other today, you always want to start off the season on the right foot, but especially when your first game is the home opener. 1-0 just sounds a lot better than 0-1. As a lot of our viewers know, the Warriors took a step in the right direction last season. They started off slow but really got hot as the season went along. This year they're hoping for much of the same. Of course, they have lost some production, most notably Abby Tronson. A very good shortstop for him, also a very good hitter behind the plate too, among others. They'll have to replace that production, but the good news is they got a good freshman class, and several of them are starting today.
Yeah, I said along with that, they'll also have to replace their starting pitcher for most of the season last year, Addison Crawford. We saw McKenna Moffitt come in a couple of times last year. Kind of got hit around early and then kind of lost her confidence, started to gain that back as the season went on. We'll hopefully see her come out and have that confidence to start out the season tonight. But as you said, a lot of some good freshman class, a lot of freshmen on this opening day roster as well here for Albany. 3 of them will be in the starting lineups. We'll have that coming up for you here in just a moment, all part of our BTC Bank pregame here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations and get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany
is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
In life, as in football, there's nothing like a good coach to help you achieve your goals. Someone you can turn to for guidance. Someone with a game plan to help you build up the financial strength you need for retirement, family security, and life. With a Prudential financial professional, that's what you get. Someone who can help you build a financial strategy.
To get started, contact Nick Smith, a financial advisor with Prudential at 660-726-3396.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set for this Grand River Conference West matchup today here between the Lady Warriors of Albany and the Lady Bulldogs here of Stanberry. Remember that tonight's starting lineups are going to be brought to you by Hogue Lumber Company. Before you start your next project, stop in and talk to the experts at Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today here for the Stanberry Lady Bulldogs. Leading off in center field will be Marley Hilton. Batting second playing at second base will be Brooke Robinson. Batting third doing the catching will be Bree Jensen. Batting cleanup at third base will be Allie Schieber. Batting fifth doing the pitching tonight for the Lady Bulldogs will be Alyssa Wallace. Batting in the sixth spot in right field will be Josie Moffitt. Batting seventh at first base will be Tasha Stoll. Batting eighth at shortstop will be Kenzie Adcock. And rounding out the lineup in left field will be Olivia McQuinn. Take a look at the starting defense tonight here for the Lady Warriors. Starting in the outfield will be Maddox Epperly. In left field, Keely Siddons, the senior, in center. And in right field will be Kennedy Epperly. Around the infield, it'll be Caitlin Bunker at third, Marley Hansel at short, Alexa Sider at second base, and first base will be Kaylee Smith. And again, towing the rubber today will be McKenna Moffitt. Behind the plate will be Jaden Hilliard. So again, those are your starters tonight, brought to you by Hogue Lumber Company. Again, before you start your next project, stop in and talk to the experts at Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, Missouri. We'll take another quick break, and we'll have the announcement of the starters here by public address announcer Gene Ramsey and the national anthem when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team.
Bulldogs and the Albany Warriors. The Stanberry substitutes are number 2, Hannah McQuinn. Number 3, Kinsey Santa Cruz. Number 7, Trista Lager. Number 8, Paige Campbell. Number 11, Alana Evans. Number 13, Katie Libby. Number 15, Allie Santa Cruz. And number 19, Danny Vandraska. And the starters for Stanberry, batting first and playing center field, number 1, Marley Hitton. Batting second, number 10, playing second base, Brooke Robinson. Batting third and catching, number 20, Bree Jensen. Batting fourth, playing third base, number 12, Allie Schieber. Batting fifth, number 5, and pitching, Alyssa Wallace. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 14, Josie Moffitt. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 9, Tasha Stoll, my bad. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 4, Kinsey Adcock. And batting ninth, playing left field, number 6, Olivia McQuinn. The Bulldogs are coached by Brittany McClurg, assisted by Riley Gabbert. Now for your home Warriors. Substitutes are 0, Kylie Noble. 3, Nora Schauf. 5, Izzy Manville. 10, Viola Smith. 12, Mackenzie Knight. 13, Mackenzie Brass. 14, Daisy Sorensen. 16, Miley Weathers. 18, Destiny Harville. 21, Keely Fish. 24, Jordan Sturkis. 25, Whitney Sturkis. And your starters for the Albany Warriors. Batting first, playing center field, number 11, Keely Siddons. Batting second, playing right field, number 8, Kennedy Epperly. Batting third, playing catcher, number 15, Jaden Hilliard. Batting fourth, playing second, number 1, Alexis Sider. Batting fifth, pitching, number 9, McKenna Moffitt. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 6, Maddox Epperly. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 7, Marley Hansel. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 4, Kaylee Smith. And batting ninth, playing third base, number 2, Caitlin Bunker. The Warriors are coached by Ashley Wilmus and assisted by Chris Hansel. Please stand, remove your headgear, and look out at center field, and we'll play the national anthem.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany has gifts for every occasion. The Briar Patch can help you with fresh flowers, green plants, candles, willow tree angels, customized cups, and so much more. They also deliver your gift items. Don't forget, the Briar Patch also features tuxedo rentals for all occasions. To schedule a fitting for your tux or to order your one-of-a-kind gifts, call the Briar Patch on the square in Albany at 660-726-4170. And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start tonight's game. As again, we'll take a look at the starting lineup for Stanberry. Starting lineup will be Marley Hilton, Brooke Robinson, Bree Jensen, Allie Schieber, Alyssa Wallace, Josie Moffitt, Tasha Stoll, Kenzie Adcock, and Olivia McQuinn. Again, around the outfield for the Warriors, Maddox Epperly in left, Keely Siddons in center, Kennedy Epperly in right, Caitlin Bunker at third, Marley Hansel at short, Alexis Sider at second, Kaylee Smith at first, McKenna Moffitt will be towing the rubber, and Jaden Hilliard will be her battery mate behind the plate. As we get set for tonight's first pitch, don't forget, tonight's first pitch brought to you by Smith Prudential Financial. Start your future retirement on the right track. Contact Smith Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3396. So as Hilton digs into the right-handed batter's box, first pitch from Moffitt is going to be looked at, strike one. to start out the 2024 season. Beautiful night here for softball here at the beginning of September as the next pitch looked at, and it's going to be called strike number 2 here at first pitch. 77 degrees with about an 8-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the southeast as this one is going to be popped up just past the second baseman into center field. Keely Sins will pick it up, and it'll be a leadoff single here for Marley Hilton and the Lady Bulldogs of Stanberry.
Well, not strong contact, but sometimes that's all it takes is putting the bat on the ball, and here at Stanberry was able to do that with that one and just shoot it right at the middle, get a leadoff single. That's a good start for the Bulldogs.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Brooke Robinson. First pitch from Moffitt going to be popped back out of play, foul for strike number 1. Said in this season, Stanberry will be without their senior Trista Lager, or at least here to start the season, out due to an injury, as the 0-1 pitch going to be low and outside for ball 1. Moffitt looks in and brings home the 1-1. It'll be tipped back foul for strike 2. Count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. And these two teams will be participating in the Bill Hill tournament coming up on Saturday here in Albany. Albany will be the 4 seed. Stanberry is the 7 seed. In what is essentially the GRC West preseason tournament. Of course, Albany will have 2 GRC West games in by that game on Saturdays. This one's going to be hit right back to the pitcher, Moffitt. Throw to second is going to be in time as they'll get the lead runner on a fielder's choice.
Well, just in time there. I thought it was a little bit of a risk by Moffitt to turn around and fire to second base, and it was a bang-bang play, but luckily for the Warriors, they get the out and retire the lead runner for the first out of the inning.
And that'll bring up the catcher for the Lady Bulldogs, Bree Jensen. We saw quite a bit of her on Albany TV a couple of years ago when she was a member of the Lady Warriors, and probably one of their better hitters that year as this one's hit towards the second baseman, Sider. Only real play to first, and they'll get out number 2. And that will bring up now Allie Schieber with a runner on second and 2 outs as Brooke Robinson moved from first to second. So the right-handed third baseman digs in for the Lady Bulldogs against Moffitt. And we'll look at one inside for ball 1. Warriors will have a new head coach this season as the 1-0 is swung on and missed for strike 1. Ashley Wilmus, the new head coach of the Lady Warriors. Originally from Mexico, Missouri. We're glad to have her here in Albany. As the 1-1 comes home, swung on and missed, strike 2. As the count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes as Hilliard kind of walks back Robinson a little bit. So 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the top half of the first inning. Pitch home is looked at, almost swung at there by Schieber, but she will hold up on the low pitch as the count moves even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice sized crowd here for this matchup as this one's going to be tipped back off the helmet of the catcher, Jane Hilliard. Will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Usually expect a pretty good crowd for a Stanberry-Albany matchup with only about 15 miles with some construction in the middle to get through. As the 2-2 home is going to be tipped foul, will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this will be the first of 2 softball games on the week here on Albany TV. As the next pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. As Schieber goes down, and after giving up a leadoff hit, Warriors are able to strand the runner at second, and we will go to the bottom half of the first, still scoreless when we come back in a moment.
East Fork Lodge and Ranch is tucked away in the solitude of over 1,000 private acres of rolling hills with beautiful fields just north of Albany. East Fork Lodge is complete with 9 private suites and 3 private cabins. Amenities include a shared kitchen, grill, coffee stations, fire pit, fishing pond, and movie theater. Property is also home to a quaint antique store open to the public. You are sure to feel at home when staying at East Fork Lodge. The lodge is perfect for weekend getaways, family reunions, corporate retreats, weddings, family vacations, and hunting trips. Email Jamie at eastforklodge.com or visit the website at eastforklodge.com for more information on East Fork Lodge and Ranch. Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we're still scoreless as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Let's take a look at the starting batting order here for the Lady Warriors. Leading off will be Keely Siddons, followed by Kennedy Epperly, Jaden Hilliard. Alexis Sider will hit cleanup, followed by McKenna Moffitt and Maddox Epperly. And the bottom third of the order will be Marley Hansel, Kaylee Smith, and Caitlin Bunker. Starting defense tonight here for the Lady Bulldogs will be Olivia McQuinn in left. Marley Hilton will roam in center field. Josie Moffitt in right field. Around the infield will be Allie Schieber at the hot corner third. Kinsey Adcock in the hole at short. Brooke Robinson at second. Tasha Stoll will dig him out at first base. And towing the rubber here for the Lady Bulldogs will be Alyssa Wallace. Her battery mate behind the plate will be Bree Jensen.
Well, the Warriors were able to escape the first inning without giving up a run, and it's always nice if you can respond with a clean inning by putting at least one run up on the board, get that lead early, and you're feeling good about yourself going into the rest of the game.
So it'll be the senior Keely Siddons that will lead off here for the Lady Warriors, as she will take on the freshman Alyssa Wallace. So Siddons will dig in here to the right-handed batter's box. And the first pitch home from the freshman Wallace is going to be low for ball one. The flag out in center field, all but dormant. As this one going to be tipped back foul for strike one. Just a slight breeze out here today on what is an amazing third day of September, weather-wise. And the next pitch home from Wallace to Siddons is going to be tipped back off of Jensen for strike two. Swing from Siddons didn't quite look to be like she knew exactly what pitch was going to be there. It's kind of fought it off of Jensen. And the 1-2 is going to be popped up to shortstop. Adcock pulls it in for out number one. And that'll bring up the freshman left-handed right fielder, Kennedy Epperly. And Epperly, one of three freshmen to get the start here today for the Lady Warriors, along with her sister Maddox and Marley Hansel. As this one looked at for ball one. Next pitch upstairs, ball two, count moves, 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 is going to be hit back up the middle. Grabbed by the second baseman Robinson, throw to first in time for out number 2. And that'll bring up the hard-hitting catcher here for the Lady Warriors and Jaden Hilliard. And the first pitch is going to be popped up first base side, and the first baseman Tasha Stoll is there for out number 3. So it's still a scoreless ball game as we go to the top half of the second when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Sublime Flamingo Boutique is now your full-service homecoming, prom, and special occasion dress destination. Drop in on Saturday from 10 to 1 to browse our selection of short dresses or schedule a formal gown appointment for an unforgettable session tailored just for you. Sublime Flamingo has hundreds of dresses in stock. Drop in, find us on Facebook, visit SublimeFlamingoBoutique.com or call 660-851-1122 to start your journey to your perfect dress.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set to start the top half of the second inning. And for the Lady Bulldogs, it'll be their 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Alyssa Wallace, Josie Moffitt, and Tasha Stoll. That'll lead it off here against McKenna Moffitt.
Well, both teams responded with scoreless innings in the top of the first. Pretty relatively quick first inning, but we'll see if that continues here in the second inning. McKenna Moffitt typically stays in the zone throughout the game. A lot of contact given up on her, so this fielding, these fielders for the Warriors are going to have to be ready.
And first person she'll face here in the top half of the second is her opposing pitcher, and Alyssa Wallace. As Wallace will dig in here to the right-handed batter's box. First pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be hit hard into right center field. It'll be picked up here by Kennedy Epperly. Throw in is a good one, and it's going to keep Alyssa Wallace to a long leadoff single.
Well, it's a nice hit by Wallace, but a good play out there in right field by Epperly to get to the ball quick and get it back in quick and limit that to just a single. You give up those extra bases, they can add up pretty quick, so that's a good play.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Josie Moffitt. This one's popped up on the infield. Moffitt picks it up, throw over to first, in time for the double play. So double play eliminates both base runners, and it's quickly 2 outs on 3 pitches as first baseman Tasha Stoll comes up to try and extend the inning here for the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, nice alertness by Moffitt to immediately fire that back over to first base after making the catch.
And the first pitch to Stoll will be low for ball 1.
It's always a little bit tough for the base runner because if it's dropped, you have to get to second base, but we saw what happens there if you get too far off, too.
Next pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the breeze blowing a little bit more with the flag blowing in from center as the next pitch to Stoll swung on and missed for strike 2. A 1-2 count here to the number 7 hitter here in this Stanberry Lady Bulldog lineup. And the 1-2 home here for Moffitt. Swung on and missed, strike 3. We'll go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Tanya McCampbell of Lone Star Investments at 120 South Smith Street in Albany has been your hometown financial advisor since 2009. When you need help securing your future, give Tanya a call at 660-726-5119. Lone Star Investment Securities are offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer member of FINTRA SIPC. Advisory services are through Cambridge Investment Research Advisories Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Lone Star Investments are not affiliated. Give Tanya a call at 660-726-5119 at Lone Star Investments to secure your future. Thumbalangus, 1 mile east of Ravenwood, will have a private treaty open house Saturday, September 14th. It will feature 30 2023 born bulls and a couple of female lots to be offered. If you have any questions,
call Jeff at 660-541-2606 or Austin at 660-254-2877. You won't want to miss this private treaty open house by Thummel Angus. And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the bottom half of the second inning. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up here for the Lady Warriors. Alexis Sider, McKenna Moffitt, and Maddox Epperly. Warriors still looking for their first base hit here of the season and for their first base runner here of the season. As Wallace was able to put down Siddons, Epperly, and Hilliard 1, 2, 3 in the first. First pitch here to Sider. It's going to be upstairs, ball 1. Wallace brings home the 1-0. And swung on and missed for strike 1. And the 1-1 now to Sider is going to be hit and past the second baseman, Brooke Robinson, into right field, and it is a leadoff single here for Alexis Sider. Almost got a little too far, almost turned going around first, and the throw from Moffitt to first, but Sider in safely at first for their first base hit of the season.
Got the leadoff runner on. Now the big thing for the Warriors is advance the runner by any means possible.
And the first pitch to Moffitt is going to be upstairs for ball 1.
They've got a great opportunity here with runner on first base and nobody out, but even if it's a productive out, you gotta move him to second.
And Sider does have some speed as the pitch going to be upstairs for ball 2, but Bree Jensen does have a pretty good arm behind the plate here for the Lady Bulldogs, so not certain if the Warriors will test her arm early. The 2-0 down low in the dirt, gets away. Sider going to make her way to second base easily. And we'll get to second on the pass ball as the count moves 3 balls, no strikes here to Moffitt. And the Warriors now with the runner in scoring position. And this one upstairs, ball 4. Warriors back-to-back base runners here as it'll bring up the left-handed hitting left fielder, Maddox Epperly.
Well, runners on second and first, nobody out. Epperly with decent speed. It wouldn't be surprised to see her drop down a bunt, see if this infield can handle that. With runners on scoring position, that kind of leads to some more miscommunications with runners on.
And the first pitch looked at for strike 1, probably a take pitch after a walk given up to Moffitt on 4 straight pitches. The 0-1 upstairs as Epperly goes chasing for strike 2.
Yeah, down 0-2 quickly. That rules out the bunt, but it's still an opportunity here to try and move the runners. Got to be a 2-strike hitter.
The 0-2 pitch is going to be outside and low for ball 1. And Alexis Sider on second, McKenna Moffitt on first. Marley Hansel, the freshman, on deck. The 1-2 pitch here to Epperly. Is swung on a miss, strike 3, as she'll go down swinging for out number 1.
Yeah, that's about the worst case scenario for the Warriors. They get the first out of the inning and the runners don't move, and now a double play will end the inning.
So Marley Hansel will dig in here to the right-handed batter's box. First pitch home from Wallace, upstairs, ball 1. Still scoreless here, bottom of the second inning, 0-0. With 2 on and 1 out. The pitch home is going to be fouled off down the first base side. And the count moves even to 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 from Wallace, upstairs, ball 2. So the freshman Wallace had a clean first inning, now a little bit of trouble here in the second as the 2-1 pitch comes home. And it's hit right back to the pitcher. Wallace throw to second, and they're going to double her off at second base. And we will go to the third, still scoreless as the Warriors leave one on base. We'll be back in a moment here on Albany TV.
The Albany Booster Club is a group of people who come together to make a better experience for the Albany R3 students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club helping every Albany R3 student succeed in their field. The Albany Booster Club joining together for the better of the Albany students.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small town roots with a big town feel. And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the third inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, Kenzie Adcock, Olivia McQuinn, and Marley Hilton, that'll lead off here for the Lady Bulldogs, still scoreless in the top half of the third inning. So far, Moffitt has given up just 2 hits, 1 in each inning. Also has 2 strikeouts so far through 2 innings as well. First pitch to Adcock is going to be low for ball 1. The 1-0 from Moffitt is going to be popped up, hit towards the shortstop Hansel, and it just drops in front of her and falls for a bloop infield single. As that one just kind of landed in front of Hansel and then just died. No bounce up or anything. And it leads to a leadoff single for Adcock. That brings up McQuinn. First pitch swung on a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 to McQuinn shows bunt. And they're going to say it did not hit the bat. Throw to third as going from first to third is Kenzie Adcock. They're going to say the pitch went off of Hilliard and did not hit the bat. And Adcock takes advantage of it and moves from first to third with still nobody out.
Yeah, massive opportunity for the Bulldogs now. Runner on third and nobody out. No argument from the Warriors, so.
Yeah. A pitch to McQuinn on the 0-2. Outside for ball 1. Count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now Moffitt has some trouble to work out of here as the 1-2 pitch upstairs moves the count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Stanberry threatening to score the first run of the season. 2-2. Swung on a miss, strike 3. A big punch out there by Moffitt brings up the top of the order in Marley Hilton.
Yeah, huge strikeout there from Moffitt. First out of the inning. Runner stays put on third base. They'd love to get another one here.
And the pitch is looked at for strike 1. Hilton singled back up the middle in her first plate appearance. And the 0-1 pitch going to be hit to right field. It'll be an RBI single here by Marley Hilton. As Stanberry takes the lead here in the top half of the third inning, 1-0. And that'll bring up Brooke Robinson, who hit into a fielder's choice. Back to the pitcher, Moffitt, her first plate appearance. Shows bunt, high pitch is going to be offered at for strike 1.
Yeah, those high pitches, it's tough to get those down. You'd like to see if you're Stanberry to pull that bat back and not try and get that one down, because the last thing you want to do is pop it up.
0-1 pitch is going to be hit towards second. Hansel dives for it, unable to pull it in as it falls for a single. And now runners on second and first, and the hard-hitting catcher, Bree Jensen, comes to bat for the Lady Bulldogs.
Well, the Bulldogs have had a couple of strong contact hits, but they've had their fair share of weak contact that's just it's managed to find a hole, and they've been fortunate in that regard, especially in this inning here. And they've already got one run, and they're trying to get more.
First pitch from Moffitt to Jensen is going to be low for a ball one. Jensen in the jamboree that took place here in Albany last Saturday had a grand slam. Can have a 3-run shot here as this pitch upstairs, ball 2. However, I will make it worth mention, it was on the field behind us. Don't see too many home runs get out of this ballpark very often. As the 2-0 pitch. Looked at, strike 1, count moves 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 3, count moves 3 balls and a strike.
Moffitt's been hit around a little bit in this inning, and you're seeing her start to kind of lose her command just a little bit. She's not missing by much, but just a little bit outside on these pitches.
3-1 weak contact. Hansel has some trouble with it off her glove. And bases are now loaded after the air. And that will bring up now the cleanup hitter, Allie Schieber, to bat.
Well, the Warriors in some trouble here. Bases loaded, just 1 out, and part of it's throw and doing there. But they have a playable ball on that last one and unable to make the play. And right now Stanberry has taken advantage of some Albany miscues.
Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner here, as it's going to be Danny Van Draska that'll be pinch running here for Bree Jensen.
Right now the momentum's kind of shifting in the favor of Stanberry, but if the Warriors can get out of this with just surrendering 1 run, they can kind of steal some of that momentum back.
First pitch here to Schieber is swung on and missed for strike 1. It's a 1-0 lead here for Stanberry, top of the 3rd inning. However, they have the bases loaded, just 1 out. As the 0-1 from Moffitt is going to be tipped back off of Hilliard's helmet for strike 2, and that's about the 3rd one already so far here today that's gone hard off the catcher's gear here of Jaden Hilliard. And the 0-2. Low in the dirt, gets away. Runner comes home, and no play as Marley Hilton able to score. And Robinson will move up to 3rd. Van Draska up to 2nd. And that gives Stanberry now a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Albany's getting just a little bit sloppy here in this inning. They got to clean it up here pretty soon.
The 1-2 pitch is going to be inside. Ball 2, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
First 2 innings are relatively clean. They've hit a little bit of a roadblock here. They got to try and get out of it.
2-2 home is looked at, strike 3. Schieber goes down looking for out number 2. And that'll bring up the opposing pitcher, Alyssa Wallace. She singled in her first plate appearance last inning. First pitch from Moffitt. Chop towards the 3rd baseman. Bunker gets through her into the outfield for another error here against the Warriors. As Brooke Robinson scores and Stanberry now leads 3-0.
Yeah, that's at a very inopportune time for the Warriors. They've already surrendered a few runs thanks to some errors. They had a chance to get out of this inning just down 2-0, make another error, give up another run to Stanberry. That's an error at not a great time.
And Josie Moffitt looks at the first pitch inside low. So Wallace will take 2nd without a throw there from Hilliard. So Danny Van Draska pinch running for Bree Jensen at third. Alyssa Wallace at second. 2 outs, 3 already in here in the inning for Stanberry. As this one chopped towards the shortstop, Hansel. Throw to first is going to be in time for out number 3, but not before Stanberry takes a 3-0 lead. We'll go to the bottom of the third when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get set for the bottom of the third inning. It's a 3-0 lead here for the Lady Bulldogs over the Lady Warriors, and it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for the Lady Warriors: Kaylee Smith, Caitlin Bunker, and Keely Siddons.
Well, the Warriors facing a 3-0 deficit here to start the bottom of the third inning, and you don't need to get it all back right now, but you'd like to try and at least get 1 or 2, just get some of that momentum back, because you don't want to wait too long and have to get it back all at once. So 1 or 2 runs minimum should be the goal here in this inning for the Warriors.
So if you're freshman Wallace, you're looking pretty good with a 3-run lead here, as the first pitch to Smith is going to be low for ball 1.
And on the other hand, for the Bulldogs, you just got out to a 3-0 lead. You're wanting to make this inning as quick as possible, try and get back in the dugout so you can try and extend that lead in the next inning.
A 1-0 pitch. Smith will hit this one into center. It'll drop for a leadoff base hit.
Well, another nice start for the Warriors. Second inning in a row where they've got the leadoff runner on. They got to make something out of it here. You can't squander too many of those opportunities.
That'll bring up now Caitlin Bunker to bat. The sophomore third baseman will bat while the runner on first and nobody out. And the top of the order on deck. First pitch looked at, strike 1.
It'd be huge for the Warriors here if they could get both these runners on and then the lineup flip over and have the top of the order coming up with runners in scoring position. That would be great here for the Warriors.
0-1 low in the dirt. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike here with Kaylee Smith on first and nobody out. Bottom of the third inning, Stanberry with a 3-0 lead. Wallace looks in, pitch home to Bunker. It's going to be hit down the right field side. It's going to drop fair. Smith will make her way around second. Bunker will make her way around second. Smith will come home. And it's a RBI triple here by Caitlin Bunker, and will immediately get 1 back.
Well, massive hit there by Bunker right down the line. Forget about trying to get runners in scoring position. Bunker just went ahead and scored a run. She gets all the way to third base too. The order flips. Top of the order's coming back up. Great opportunity for the Warriors to add to this inning.
That'll bring up Keely Siddons. She lined out to the shortstop Adcock, her first plate appearance. First pitch here, swung on and missed for strike 1. Ball thrown back to the pitcher, gets over her head and almost gets into center field, but staying at third will be Caitlin Bunker. Now the 0-1 home from Wallace. Popped up, out of play, foul down the first base side. Stays in the playing surface as I believe it hits off the tree behind the dugout down the first base side. Seen a couple hit the light pole before. Haven't seen one hit the tree and bounce back in, though.
Wait, what? She's not out.
They called her out, but there's no way that. I said it was out of play and then came back in.
That's not. There's no way that's part of the.
It's like, because it can't. It didn't just blow its way back into play. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so she is not out. It's an 0-2 count here.
We got house rules here.
So they're going to check and see. I said now, there is a rule, though, I believe, that if you make it all the way in the dugout, you can't come back to finish your plate appearance. But I don't know on this what it's going to be. So
yeah, I don't know.
It's one of those things. It's the first game of the season. It's new for players, new for coaches, new for umpires here to start out the season as well. But we'll see. So either way, somebody's going to come away unhappy out of this.
Yeah.
So that still discussing here. So they will say Sidden's still up at bat. 0-2 count here, nobody out. Runner on third. Stanberry leading 3-1 here in the bottom half of the third inning. And the pitch. He is going to be popped up first base side. This time caught by the first baseman Stoll for out number one.
Well, it ended up really not matter anyway.
Yeah.
Would fly out to first base either way.
That'll bring up now the right fielder, Kennedy Epperly. She grounded out to second, her first plate appearance. So about the runner on third, shows bunt, pulls it back as it's going to be called ball one. Saw the first baseman Stoll and third baseman Schieber really come in hard at the bunt. The 1-0. Again, looked like Epperly was wanting to put it down for a bunt, but held up as the pitch going to be up high. Ball two, first baseman Stoll about 2 steps in front of first. Schieber kind of even with the bag at third with a runner on as the next pitch upstairs, ball three. So a 3-0 count here to Epperly with a runner on third and one out. Trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the third. Pitch home from Wallace. Looked at, ball 4, and Epperly will walk. And now some speed on second or on first as well here for Albany. And wouldn't be surprised here after one pitch if she's on second. But again, watch for that strong arm behind the plate to Bree Jensen. Hilliard popped up to first, her first plate appearance. This time pops it up, foul territory, first base side, and Jensen pulls it in front of the fence for out number 2.
Oh, nice play there by Jensen. It is tough to, on a fly ball in foul territory back behind the plate, to get up, throw the mask off, find the ball, and track it down, make the catch. And that's a nice play by Jensen to get the second out.
That'll bring up Sider. She singled her first plate appearance. Ball low in the dirt. Nice snag by the catcher Jensen as Epperly moves up to second. So a base hit by Sider here could potentially score 2. As this one's going to be hitting the right center, and that's going to bring around 1. Epperly makes her way home, and the Warriors have tied it here in the third. After a 2 RBI single here by Alexis Sider.
Yeah, big hit there by Sider. Warriors had a kind of a tough inning last time. Had a couple of mishaps, gave up 3 runs. They get it back immediately, and we got a new ball game already.
So the runner on first, McKenna Moffitt, who walked in her last plate appearance, comes up to bat. And she'll hit this one down the third base side, but just foul for strike 1.
This close to getting down the line and maybe being able to score Sider from first base.
I said with Sider's speed, that had a potential. And Now the 0-1 pitch here from Wallace to Moffitt. Upstairs, we're even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Tied up at 3 here in the bottom of the third. 1 on, 2 out, a 1-1 count here to Moffitt. As the pitch home here from the freshman Wallace. It's going to be popped into center. Center fielder Hilton comes in and drops it. Sider will make her way around third and will be held up as she rounded third, and now runners on the corners after the air. And that will bring up now the left fielder Maddox Epperly. She struck out swinging her first plate appearance. Runners on the corners and 2 outs. Pitch low, but kept in front again nicely that time by the catcher Jensen. Moffitt will move up to second, so 2 runners in scoring position here for the Lady Warriors.
It's a big spot for Epperly or not. It's basically dependent on her if Stanberry's going to pay for that error or not.
This one chopped back to the pitcher Wallace. Throw to first in time. Out number 3, but not before Albany able to plate 3 and tie the game here in the third. We'll go to the fourth, tied at 3 when we come back in a moment.
Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
In life, as in football, there's nothing like a good coach to help you achieve your goals. Someone you can turn to for guidance. Someone with a game plan to help you build up the financial strength you need for retirement, family security, and life. With a Prudential financial professional, that's what you get. Someone who can help you build a financial strategy.
To get started, contact Nick Smith, a financial advisor with Prudential at 660-726-3396.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the fourth inning, all tied up at 3. And it will be the bottom third of the order coming up here for the Lady Bulldogs. Tasha Stoll, Kenzie Adcock, and Olivia McQuinn.
Well, Stanberry was able to get out to a lead in the last inning. Unfortunately for them, they surrendered it all back to the Warriors. And we're basically at the same spot we were at the top of the last inning. Tie ball game. Stanberry trying to reclaim the lead.
So it'll be Stoll that'll lead off. 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout looking. As Moffitt, who left the inning with a 3-run deficit, comes back in to start the inning, tied up again. This one going to be pumped up out of play, fouled on the first base side for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch from Moffitt to Stoll upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Tasha Stoll, the Lady Bulldog first baseman. And this one's going to be popped up right field. Kennedy Epperly, and foul territory, unable to bring it in as the count moves even to 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, another missed opportunity for an out there for the Warriors. If you're trying to find a silver lining, the good news for the Warriors is it doesn't lead to a base runner on, but they still have to try and get this out now.
Now the 2-2 pitch here to Stoll. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's the 5th punch out of the day already here for McKenna Moffitt. And it'll bring up the shortstop, Kenzie Adcock. She singled and scored last inning here for the Lady Bulldogs. First pitch looked at, strike 1. Moffitt will look in. brings home the 0-1. And it'll be tipped back out of play, foul for strike 2. So count moves, no balls, 2 strikes here to Adcock. With nobody on, 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning, tied at 3-3. And the pitch home for Moffitt. It's going to be tipped back, foul. Will stay, no balls, 2 strikes. Moffitt again looks in, brings home the 0-2. This time again going to be fought off here by Adcock as she continues to fight to keep this at bat alive. Both these teams have a lot of young players getting starting time here in game number 1 as the pitch low for ball 1 as it rolls across home plate. A 1-2 home for Moffitt. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that will bring up Olivia McQuinn, who struck out swinging in her last plate appearance. As Moffitt looks to try and strike out the side here, or at least put him down 1-2-3 as the pitch to McQuinn looked at for strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch is going to be inside. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 from Moffitt. Upstairs this time, ball 2. The 2-1. Swung on and missed by McQuinn as the count moves even. And a 3-3 tie here in the top half of the 4th. Moffitt trying to send it to the bottom of the 4th, tied as well. This one going to be fouled off down the first base side. Will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-2 pitch going to be again fought off down the first base side. Moffitt again will look in, brings home the 2-2 to McQuinn. And again, going to be fought off. Foul down the first base side. McQuinn again will dig back in, and we'll see the 2-2 home. This time pitch will be just outside, ball 3, and a full count. Now here to McQuinn on deck would be the top of the order, and Marley Hilton, who already has 2 singles to her day. As this one is going to be low for ball 4. First walk of the day issued here by McKenna Moffitt.
Well, really good at bat there by McQuinn. Fouled off a couple of pitches, took a really close one for ball 3, and worked a walk there in that last pitch to get a base runner on with 2 outs for Stanberry.
First pitch to Hilton upstairs, ball 1. Again, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored in her 2 plate appearances so far on the day. As the 1-0 pitch, got to be fought off, and it's going to get over the head of the first baseman, Smith, into right field. Runner will take off to third, long throw, and going to be safe at third is Olivia McQuinn. And runner Marley Hilton will move up to second on the throw. So now runners on third and second, 2 outs. Brooke Robinson comes up to bat. And again, Warriors had a little bit of trouble here with 2 runners in scoring position here for the Lady Bulldogs.
A bit of a 2-out rally here for Stanberry. We'll see if they can reclaim the lead here late in the inning, or if Moffitt can escape the danger.
Robinson 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a fielder's choice, and a run scored. This one going to be hit towards the second baseman Sider. Flip over to first in time for out number 3. No harm done as we head to the bottom of the 4, still scoreless when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
If you're looking to join a stable and growing company, Johnson Controls in Albany is the place for you. They are currently hiring for multiple positions, including welding, electrical, and general assembly. Johnson Controls offers excellent benefits: medical, dental, vision, life insurance, 401k, health savings account, and paid holidays. Apply now at www.johnsoncontrols.com to join their winning team.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still tied at 3, as it will be the bottom third of the order coming up for the Lady Warriors. Marley Hansel, Kaylee Smith, and Caitlin Bunker will be coming up to bat here for the Lady Warriors to start the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Well, Warriors have yet to claim the lead here in this game. They were down 3-0 in the last inning and responded with 3 runs to tie it up. Now trying to claim the lead after they kept the Bulldogs off the board in that last inning.
So Hansel will lead off 0 for 1 on the day with a line out, double play, as this one going to be outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. So Wallace has walked 2, just 1 strikeout so far here on the day for the freshman. And giving up 4 hits as the 2-0. Inside, ball 3. And Hansel starts out the inning, seeing 3 straight balls here. On deck would be Kaylee Smith. The 3-0 pitch, low, ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk. The second 4-pitch walk issued on the day here by Wallace.
Well, it's the third.
Take that back. It's her third 4-pitch walk.
And it's the 3rd straight inning where the Warriors have gotten the leadoff runner on base. Last time they were able to cash it in for 3 runs. We'll see if they can do something similar here.
So Kaylee Smith will come up to bat. She singled and scored last inning as she led off the 3rd. First pitch is going to be on the inside corner, strike 1, and a quick throw down to first, but in safely is Hansel. And we talked about that strong arm there at Jensen. Has a quick snap and pop time, too. Ball hits the glove. It doesn't take her long to get it out and throw. As the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be popped up on the infield. The second baseman, Robinson, comes in and puts it away for out number 1. Robinson catches that one just in front of the second base bag. And it'll bring up now the third baseman, Caitlin Bunker, who had an RBI triple down the right field line last inning. First pitch from Wallace. Looked at, strike 1. Bunker will dig back into the right-handed batter's box with a runner on first and 1 out. And the 0-1 pitch from Wallace. Low, ball 1. Throw down to first. Hansel dives back in safely. That is one thing the Warriors have practiced in the offseason as they're diving back into the base as the 1-1 pitch. Upstairs, Bunker thought about going but holds off as the count moves 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1 pitch to Bunker is going to be hit, picked up by the second baseman Robinson, and will roll over and step on the bag herself for out number 2 as Hansel moves up to second base on the play. That'll bring up the top of the order, and Keeley Siddons 0 for 2 so far in the day. She's lined out to short and popped out to first in her 2 plate appearances. And the first pitch here from Wallace to Siddons. Looked at, strike 1. The 0-1 from Wallace. Looked at for strike 2 on the inside corner. As Siddons goes down 0-2. Next pitch is a little excuse me swing for out number 3. We'll go to the 5th, still tied at 3-3 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
The Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany has gifts for every occasion. The Briar Patch can help you with fresh flowers, green plants, candles, willow tree angels, customized cups, and so much more. They also deliver your gift items. Don't forget, the Briar Patch also features tuxedo rentals for all occasions. To schedule a fitting for your tux or to order your one-of-a-kind gifts, call the Briar Patch on the square in Albany at 660-726-4170. The Legacy Event Center at East Fork Lodge, just north of Albany, is a 7,500 square foot beautifully decorated event space that includes a caterer's kitchen, walk-in fridge, and ice machine. The Legacy provides a rustic elegance to your special day with intricate woodworking and natural barnwood walls. The Legacy is home to a black and white grand staircase that makes entrances for special couples unforgettable. A chapel on the property is perfect for intimate ceremonies or phenomenal photo opportunities. Email Jamie at eastforklodge.com or visit the website eastforklodge.com for more information on the Legacy Event Center.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the 5th inning. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up for the Lady Bulldogs: Bree Jensen, Allie Schieber, and Alyssa Wallace. So Moffitt so far has given up 6 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts so far through 4 innings. As Jensen will dig in, 0 for 2 so far on the day. Did get on base due to an error, as this one's going to be popped back foul for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, ball 1, count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. One upstairs, ball 2, count moves 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one going to be a little blooper down the third base line, foul for strike 2. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch, tip back foul, and will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two count here to start out the top of the 5th inning in a tie ball game, 3-3. Pitch to Jensen upstairs. Count moves full. On deck will be the third baseman, Allie Schieber. 3-2 pitch. It's going to be hit hard, left center field, and Maddox Epperly lost it in the sun. Picked up by the center fielder, Siddons, and it's a double here for Bree Jensen. This is that time Epperly didn't even see it come off the bat. As it falls in for a double, and they're going to have a pinch runner here for Jensen.
Yeah, when we're over here on this field, if you're on the left field side, you're looking straight into the sun. And
left fielder, third baseman, shortstop
Yeah.
looking directly into the sun here
yeah,
as Danny Van Draska comes in to pinch run again for Bree Jensen. That'll bring up now Allie Schieber, 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. This one going to be popped back foul. She struck out swinging and looking so far here on the day. Now the 0-1 pitch is going to be chopped down the third base side, foul for strike 2. The 0-2 here to Schieber. Fouled off down the first base side. Will stay no balls, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Runner on second here for the Bulldogs. And a 3-3 ball game here in the top half of the 5th inning. And the pitch. Inside, ball 1. Count moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both these teams looking for an early win here in the GRC West. 1-2 pitch is going to be down the third base side. Bunker picks it up, throw to first. Bouncer gets away from Smith. Runner Van Draska will come home, and she will score off the air. And that is going to be the 3rd run that will score unearned here for the Lady Bulldogs. Coaches are going to have a quick word here. The umpire, so the Albany coach going to have the umpires come out here and ask about this, see if maybe there was some sort of call. I believe Schieber collided with Kaylee Smith as she was rounding first, maybe looking for an interference call or something, but nothing to that effect. So Schieber will be on first with nobody out as the first pitch to Wallace is swung on a miss for strike 1. Wallace is single, got on base due to an error in her 2 strikes. The 0-1 pitch is looked at for ball 1. Count moves 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 for Moffitt. Upstairs, ball 2.
the Warrior defense has had several errors this game, so if
3
I'm
so far on the game.
If I'm Stanberry, I'm going to be as aggressive as possible on the base paths.
3-1 throw down to first, and diving in underneath the tag there is Schieber.
I mean, you still got to be smart about it. You can't run into outs or anything, but just try and make something happen by being aggressive. It's never a bad thing, especially when you know your defense out there may be kind of lost for confidence a little bit because they've had several errors in this one already.
And the 3-1 pitch is going to be low, ball 4. So Wallace will walk. That is the second walk issued so far on the day here by Moffitt. As it'll bring up Josie Moffitt to bat. She's 0 for 2 on the day. She hit into a double play and then grounded out to short in her 2 plate appearances. Gets the bunt down, but it goes foul for strike 1. So an 0-1 count here to Josie Moffitt. Schieber on second, Wallace on first. One already in here in the inning for Stanberry. Nobody out as the pitch is going to be popped and not able to pick it up. As Sider, they still have an opportunity to get an out at second and unable to do it as a bloop single there by Josie Moffitt leaves the bases loaded here for Stanberry. And now the infield's going to bring it in, have a quick word about everything.
Well, it's another weak hit by Stanberry that just happens to find a gap, but Warriors had a chance for an out at second base there and just couldn't.
Yeah,
didn't take advantage of it.
It seemed like nobody noticed the ball was still sitting there, nobody really running for it, and it just kind of sits there and ends up being bases loaded now here for the Lady Bulldogs with a 1-run lead here in the top half of the fifth inning, and still nobody out here in the inning as the number 7 hitter Tasha Stoll comes up to bat 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, this is a massive chance for Stanberry to blow this game open here as we start to begin the later innings of the game.
It led 3-0 in the third before Albany answered back with 3 in the bottom half as the first pitch to Stoll upstairs swung on a missed for strike 1.
Yeah, big swing there by Stoll. Completely pulled her head trying to get the big hit there. The big thing for the Bulldogs, remember, is you just need base hits. You don't need a grand slam, just get base hits, keep the line moving. That's all you need.
The 0-1 pitch. Tip back, foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Stoll, trying to avoid her third strikeout of the ball game. And the pitch home. Upstairs, for ball 1 count, moves 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's Schieber on third, Wallace on second, Josie Moffitt on first. Here for the Lady Bulldogs, the Albany defense in here against Stoll on the 1-2, and it's going to be hit down hard down the third base side. But they're going to say, so they called out the runner at third, Allie Schieber. I think she left the base early, maybe was the call or something on that. I don't know exactly what it was. But still up at bat with a 1-2 count. Here is Tasha Stoll, and that takes runs off the board here for Stanberry as the pitch looked at for strike 2. So we'll get some clarification on that call here during the half inning, but the 2-2 pitch. Looked at, strike 3 as Stoll goes down looking. The 7th punch out of the day here for Moffitt, and it'll bring up Kenzie Adcock. And now, what started that at bat started out with nobody out and bases loaded. Now there's 2 on and 2 outs as the pitch here to Adcock looked at for strike 1. And still a 1-run ball game. Here is Stanberry leading 4-3. Now the 0-1 here to Adcock. Is going to be hit by the pitch. And now bases are loaded here for Olivia McQuinn. McQuinn 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. And again, Lady Warriors face bases loaded here in the inning. And the first pitch here from Moffitt is looked at by McQuinn for strike 1. And the 0-1 from Moffitt to McQuinn is going to be hit. And the second baseman Sider is there for out number 3, but not before Stanberry tacks on 1. They lead 4-3 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's also has daily lunch specials with the lunch buffet on Wednesdays. Make sure you leave room for dessert though, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as it's a 4-3 lead here for the Lady Bulldogs over the Lady Warriors. We did get clarification on that out there at third base. Allie Schubert left the base early and therefore was called out. And that's what then caused the dead ball and them to restart that next pitch. So that was the call. We did have that correct. And now as we start the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Kennedy Epperly leading off as the first pitch upstairs for ball one. Epperly so far 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out and a walk and a run scored. The 1-0 pitch is going to be outside for ball two. Stanberry leads 4-3 here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Warriors still looking for their first lead here in the ball game. As the 2-0 pitch here to Epperly. Pitch upstairs as Epperly showed bunt, pulled it back in time for ball three. Warriors have had their lead runner on for the past 3 innings. As the 3-0 pitch. Showing bunt, unable to get it down in fair territory that time as Epperly, as it just rolls foul down the third base side. So Epperly will dig back in with a 3-1 count. And the pitch upcoming here from the freshman Alyssa Wallace. And it'll be on the outside corner, strike two as the count moves full here to the left-handed hitting Kennedy Epperly. The 3-2 home is going to be upstairs, ball four. That is the fourth walk issued on the day here by Wallace. And the Warriors have a base runner here to lead off an inning for the fourth consecutive inning. And it'll bring up Jaden Hilliard 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch will be low for ball one. Hilliard has popped out to first and to the catcher in her first 2 plate appearances. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be popped back out of play, foul for strike one. Hilliard digs back in, 1-1 home from Wallace. Swung on and missed as Hilliard swung over top the low pitch for strike two. And now the 1-2 home from Wallace. And again gets Hilliard chasing. And out at second is Kennedy Epperly as she took off, but unable to get in safely. And I don't think she would have taken off if Hilliard wouldn't have started running down first.
Well,
on the drop third strike as Sider comes up to bat.
That's something I think a lot of people don't know is that if there's not 2 outs and it's a drop third strike, the runner's out or the batter's out.
Yes.
So there was no need for Epperly to take off for second base there. But, yeah, I think you're right. I think she saw Hilliard take off, and she just,
instinctively
reacted.
Yeah. And smart play by Jensen to quickly throw down to second, knowing that Hilliard would be out at first. Sider so far 2 for 2 on the day is next pitch upstairs, ball two. She has 2 singles to her credit and 2 runs batted in. She now looks at a 2-0 pitch here upcoming with nobody on and 2 outs. And this one got to be popped up, and the shortstop, Kenzie Adcock, will be there to put it away for out number 3. We'll go to the 6th inning. Stanberry leads 4-3 when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Sublime Flamingo Boutique is now your full-service homecoming, prom, and special occasion dress destination. Drop in on Saturday from 10 to 1 to browse our selection of short dresses or schedule a formal gown appointment for an unforgettable session tailored just for you. Sublime Flamingo has hundreds of dresses in stock. Drop in, find us on Facebook, visit SublimeFlamingoBoutique.com, or call 660-851-1122 to start your journey to your perfect dress. Tanya McCampbell of Lone Star Investments at 120 South Smith Street in Albany has been your hometown financial advisor since 2009. When you need help securing your future, give Tanya a call at 660-726-5119. Lone Star Investment Securities are offered through registered representatives of Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer member of FINTRA SIPC. Advisory services are through Cambridge Investment Research Advisories Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Lone Star Investments are not affiliated. Give Tanya a call at 660-726-5119 at Lone Star Investments to secure your future.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the 6th inning. Stanberry holds a 1-0 lead here, 4-3. And it'll be the top half of the order coming up here for the Lady Bulldogs. Marley Hilton, Brooke Robinson, and Bree Jensen.
Well, it seems like to this point in the game, it's either a clean inning for the Warriors or the errors kind of stack on top of each other, and they give Stanberry opportunities to score runs. So you're hoping for the Warriors so they can have a clean inning and get back in the dugout and try and tie this one up. They only trail by a run, but they got to clean up some of these fielding errors they've been having here in this game.
And leading off here will be the senior Marley Hilton, and so far today, 3 for 3, 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored here for the senior. Not much better of a start to the season you can have than Marley Hilton's had so far in the first 5 innings. As the first pitch is going to be hit foul down the first base side for strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch from Moffitt to Hilton is going to be fouled back off of Hilton for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes here to Hilton to lead off the top half of the 6th inning with Stanberry leading by 1, 4-3. And the pitch home. It's going to be hit towards the second baseman. Sider goes down to her knees, picks it up, throw to first in time for out number 1. Sider makes a nice play there at second, staying in front of the ball, and then throw to first on her knees as it brings up now the second baseman, Brooke Robinson. 1 for 3 on the day, hit into a fielder's choice. As she swings and misses at the first one, has a single and a ground out to second. Also a run scored on the day here for Robinson. The 0-1 pitch is going to be hit towards bunker, hits off her glove, and does not have the play as Robinson will get on due to the error here with 1 out.
Another error by the Warriors, and one thing you can hope now if you're a fan of the Warriors is that this doesn't compound one on top of the other, because you really want to keep this lead or this deficit that you're facing at 1.
It'll bring up now Bree Jensen, 1 for 3 on the day, as the first pitch inside for ball 1. She has doubled, scored, got on base due to an error, and grounded out to second. And her 3 plate appearances so far on the day. And this one going to be hit hard, but out of play, fouled on the first base side for strike 1 as the count moves even to 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game here in the top half of the 6th inning with Stanberry leading 4-3. This one low in the dirt, throw down to first, and diving back in safely is Robinson. As the count moves 2-1 here to Jensen. So 2 balls and a strike here to Jensen. And Moffitt brings home the pitch. low in the dirt, bounces away from Hilliard. Robinson will move up to second on the pass ball. So now 3 balls and a strike. And the 3-1 home now from Moffitt to Jensen. Hit hard right back to Moffitt. No throw to third, throw to first in time to take the shore out. She thought long and hard about throwing that one over to third, but went with the smart play to first. And now with 2 outs, it brings up Allie Schieber, who's 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and got on base due to an error.
Yeah, Robinson was going pretty hard to third base there. She didn't pause at all. If she kind of hesitated, you might have been able to run at her and get her stuck, but she just went straight for it.
They're going to call hit by pitch here on Schieber. That's the second hit batter so far of the game here by Moffitt. And it'll bring up now Alyssa Wallace. 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Got on base due to an error and walked in her 3 plate appearances. And she'll bat with runners on the corners here and 2 out, leading by 1. Can help out her case with a base hit here. This one looked at for strike 1 as the runner takes off for second in Schieber. A fake throw almost got Hilliard to throw down to third, but walks Robinson back. So now runners at third and second with 2 outs. The 0-1 to Wallace. Looked at for strike 2. Moffitt can pitch herself out of the inning here and keep this at a 1-run ball game, with herself leading off the next inning. The pitch, drop third strike, throw down to first, is dropped by the first baseman Smith, and it will be an error, and that will score another run.
Another self-inflicted wound by the Warriors. Those are unforced errors right there.
And that adds another run to the board as it's now 5-3. And that is the 4th unearned run of the day given up here by the Lady Warriors. As the pitch to Josie Moffitt is going to be fouled on the third base line for strike 1.
Yeah, these are things that as the season goes along, the Warriors are going to have to clean up, or it's going to be very difficult to win games consistently with this many errors.
The 0-1 hit hard down the third base side, making her head coach, Brittany McClurg, do a little jig down there in the third base batter's box.
Especially errors that directly lead to runs, because that error was directly resulted in an unearned run for the Bulldogs.
The 0-2 pitch. High pitch goes right to the third baseman. Throw over to first. In time for out number 3, but not before Stanberry can plate 2. We will go to the bottom of the 6th with Stanberry leading 5-3 when we come back in a moment.
Thummel Angus, 1 mile east of Ravenwood, will have a private treaty open house Saturday, September 14th. It will feature 30 2023 born bulls and a couple of female lots to be offered. If you have any questions, call Jeff at 660-541-2606 or Austin at 660-254-2877. You won't want to miss this private treaty open house by Thummel Angus. The Albany Booster Club is a group of people who come together to make a better experience for the Albany R3 students. They try to help students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, helping every Albany R3 student succeed in their field. The Albany Booster Club, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. 5-3, Stanberry with the lead over Albany. McKenna Moffitt, Maddox Epperly, and Marley Hansel will lead off here for the Lady Warriors. First pitch from Wallace is going to be hit to the third baseman, and third baseman Allie Schieber jumps up and catches it at its apex to take a hit away from McKenna Moffitt for out number 1. That'll bring up now Maddox Epperly, 0 for 2 so far on the day. A strikeout swinging and a ground out back to the pitcher in her 2 plate appearances. Pitch home from Wallace. Upstairs, ball one. Now the 1-0 from Wallace to Epperly. Outside, ball two. The 2-0 pitch here from Wallace. Going to be outside for ball three. Brings the count to 3 balls, no strikes. On deck is the freshman shortstop, Marley Hansel. 3-0 pitch looked at for strike one. Pitch from Wallace, low in the dirt. Epperly will walk. The 5th walk of the day issued here by the freshman Wallace. So Hansel will come up to bat. 0 for 1 on the day with a line-out double play and a walk in her 2 plate appearances. First pitch popped up, foul territory. Jensen unable to pull it in as it'll fall for strike one.
Well, great effort by Jensen. I thought for a second there she was going to make the catch, and that would have been an amazing play, but just couldn't quite make the grab.
So the count moves 0-1 here to Hansel with 1 on, 1 out. Trailing by 2 here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Pitch home from Wallace. It's going to be hit in the left center field. And roaming over, unable to catch it is Hilton. And the play at third, diving in safely, is Maddox Epperly. After the double there by Marley Hansel.
Well, a close play at third base there because Epperly kind of had to wait to see if it was going to be a catch or not. But nice diving slide in there to avoid the tag. And the Warriors threatening here in the bottom of the 6th.
So now the tying run sits at second base here for the Lady Warriors with 1 out. A leading run at the plate here in the bottom half of the 6th. Pitch upstairs here to Smith for ball 1. Smith 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, and a pop-up to second base in her 2 plate appearances. And the 1-0 home from the freshman Wallace. Upstairs, ball 2. So the freshman Wallace has really pitched well in some tough moments so far today here for the Bulldogs. And the 2-0 home. And swung on a miss, strike one. But with that said, this may be one of the biggest, besides maybe the 3rd inning, whenever the Warriors had 2 runners on with 2 outs. 2-1 pitch. Looked at for strike 2 as the count moves even. So 2-2 count here to Smith with 1 out. Runners on 3rd and 2nd, trailing by 2. Pitch home from Wallace. Smith looks at this one for ball 3. And now the count moves full with Caitlin Bunker on deck. The pitch to Smith, hit towards the shortstop, Adcock. Throw to first in time, but 1 run will score on the ground out. And that will bring up now Caitlin Bunker with a runner on 3rd and 2 outs, trailing by a run. Bunker had an RBI triple in her first plate appearance and then grounded out to second baseman Brooke Robinson in her 2nd.
Yeah, it's hard not to go back to that last inning and think about that error. Without that error, the Warriors tie up the game with that one. And the go-ahead runs on 3rd base, but instead it's just the tying run.
First pitch looked at there by Bunker for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is going to be tipped foul down the 3rd base side for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Bunker. The Lady Warriors trail the Lady Bulldogs 4-5. Pitch home from Wallace. Upstairs, ball one. Nice take there by Bunker. As Wallace trying to change the eye position here of the sophomore third baseman. Next pitch swung on and missed, strike three. A big strikeout there by Wallace. And after the Warriors pick up one, they trail by one as we head to the seventh when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel. The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, you're family.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the top half of the seventh inning. It is a 5-4 lead here in favor of the Lady Bulldogs over the Lady Warriors. And it will be the bottom third of the inning. Tasha Stoll, Kenzie Adcock, and Olivia McQuinn that will lead off here in the top half of the seventh inning.
Well, Stanberry trying to get some insurance runs before they try and close out the Warriors here in the bottom of the seventh inning. They'll take all they can get here.
First pitch is going to be inside, low for ball one here to Stoll.
Warriors have really got to make sure this is a clean inning. Keep this at a one-run lead and then try and win it or at least tie in the bottom of the inning.
Next pitch upstairs, ball two. Count moves, 2 balls, no strikes. And now the 2-0 home for Moffitt is going to again go hard off the catcher Hilliard for strike one. And that one, I think, getting Hilliard a little bit more than some of the others have. I don't know about that. Right now they're leaving her in, but I don't know what some of the concussion protocol things say. Whether that's she says she's okay, going to continue, but that one definitely knocked some cobwebs loose on the 2-1 pitch home. He is going to be outside, ball 3. And the 3-1 pitch is going to be hit back to Moffitt. Still has time to pick it up, throw to first, not in time. As Smith unable to keep it in her glove at first. Off the low throw there from Moffitt, and another error here by the Warriors. Gives Stanberry a base runner. And that'll bring up Kenzie Adcock. 1 for 2 on the day with a single, a run scored, a strikeout, and hit by pitch in her 3 plate appearances today. First pitch here to Adcock, looked at for strike 1. Now the 0-1 here to Adcock is going to be hit, grabbed by Hilton, or by Hansel at short. And it will be a base hit here for Adcock. I believe that one kind of hit off the foot there of Adcock. And between Moffitt, Bunker, and Hansel, nobody really wanted to pick it up and make a play on it.
Yeah, I was going to say that took a funny bounce.
So it looked like it kind of went off her foot a little bit, but they didn't call the play dead. So 2 runners on, nobody out, and it brings up the left fielder Olivia McQuinn. Shows bunt, and this one's going to come down and hit Hilliard. as Hilliard really taking a beating tonight here behind the plate. The count moves 0-1 here to McQuinn with nobody out. Runners on second and first. So she's been taking a beating behind the plate, and especially here in this inning. As it'll bring up now Olivia McQuinn here with an 0-1 count. 2 on, nobody out. Pitch home from Moffitt. It is going to be looked at for strike 2. Runner takes off for third. And the throw to third, they're going to get her out at third as Tasha Stoll trying to steal third there on the play, but Bunker able to tag her out. Moving up, though, to second is Kenzie Adcock.
Well, it was a close play at third base, and it was an out, but I really don't mind the aggressiveness from the Bulldogs. I mean, the Warriors have had trouble making routine plays all day.
The 0-2 upstairs for ball 1. So again, Kenzie Adcock on second. Again, on deck is the top of the order here for the Lady Bulldogs and Marley Hilton, who's already 3 for 4 on the day. The pitch is going to be fouled off first base side, out of play. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the left fielder, Olivia McQuinn. One, two. Is going to be a little grounder to the second baseman. Sider throws to first in time. Moving up to third is Adcock on the play. And now with 2 outs, it'll bring up the top of the order in Marley Hilton. Hilton 3 singles and a ground out in her 4 plate appearances with an RBI and a run scored already on the day. First pitch home from Moffitt is going to be popped up. Drifting back, Sider has it for out number 3. We will go to the bottom of the 7th with the Lady Warriors trailing by 1. We'll be back with more in a moment here on Albany TV.
Trying to sell your old car? Looking for some much-needed help on the farm? Wanting to grow your customer base? The new shopper in Albany prints over 13,000 copies each week that are delivered to every Gentry, Harrison, and Worth County deliverable address and the surrounding area free of charge. Give Perry and Susan a call at 660-726-5234 at the new shopper in Albany to have your ad sent directly to your customers.
Are you needing more space in your home and looking to remodel, or just start from scratch and have your dream home built? Then contact Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany. Williams Construction LLC and Electric in Albany can help you with all of your building needs. Big or small, they do it all at Williams Construction LLC and Electric. Contact them today at 660-483-0255 or 660-726-2417.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as we get ready to start the bottom half of the 7th inning. It is a 5-4 Stanberry lead here over Albany. And for the Warriors, it will be the top of the order coming up here to start.
Well, top of the order coming up for the Warriors, that's who you want. In a clutch situation in the bottom of the 7th inning, they got to get at least 1. Obviously, the ideal scenario is they get a walk-off win here, but at the very least, you got to get 1.
Usually you say you want the top of the order up. Today so far for the Lady Warriors, the 0 for 7 in their top 3 hitters.
So they're due.
They are due. First pitch to Siddons upstairs for ball 1. She's 0 for 3 on the day with a line out to short, a pop-up to first, and a strikeout so far on the game. So 1-0 count here to Siddons. Pitch home from Wallace. Hit back up the middle, and there's what you were saying about them being due as Keely Siddons with a leadoff single here to start the bottom of the 7th inning. So now the tying run on base, the leading run and winning run at the plate here for the Warriors. And it'll be Kennedy Epperly, 0 for 1 so far in the day, 2 walks and a run scored. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. And again, Alyssa Wallace, the freshman here today. The bottom of the 7th inning in a 1-run game on the road. With the tying run on first, nobody out. Pitch upstairs, ball 2. Throw over to first. back in safely is Siddons. This is what you call trial by fire here for a freshman here in the opening game of the season.
Yeah, certainly so.
The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one as the count moves 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 hit foul down the third base side for strike 2 as the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both these teams looking for their first win in the GRC West this season here today. They will both play a GRC West matchup again on Thursday. Albany at home against Pattonsburg. Stanberry will play against North Harrison. Next pitch is going to be fouled here by Kennedy Epperly to keep the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And then both teams will be participating in the GRC West preseason tournament, also known as the Bill Hill Invitational, here in Albany on Saturday. The 2-2 pitch. It's going to be inside, ball 3, and a close pitch to take there. Leaves the count full. The 3-2 pitch home from Wallace. Outside, ball 4, and now the winning run is on base here for the Warriors. The tying run in scoring position with Jaden Hilliard coming to bat 0 for 3 on the day. Popped up to first, popped up to the catcher, and struck out swinging in her 3 plate appearances.
Yep, winning run on base. So we got Warriors really need balls in play here. Really can't be having strikeouts. Got to put the ball in play.
Pitch home from Wallace. Hit hard down the right field side, but foul for strike 1. So a terrifying strike 1 for the Lady Bulldogs. With runners on second and first and nobody out. The 0-1 pitch to Hilliard is going to be hitting to right center field. And this one is going to drop in front of the right fielder, Moffitt. 1 run will come around to score here for the Lady Warriors. They're going to hold the winning run at third. An RBI double here by Jaden Hilliard. And the winning run sits at third here for the Lady Warriors with Alexis Sider coming up to bat.
The Bulldogs are going to call a timeout here to talk things over. But massive hit there by Jaden Hilliard to tie up the game. That's the first part done. Now the winning run is 90 feet away. No outs, just get the ball in play, score that run by any means possible.
Remember this visit to the mound brought to you by Petty John Auto Center. Petty John Auto Center. Check them out on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Up at bat will be Alexis Sider. She is 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles and 2 runs batted in, and a big RBI coming up for her. She can get a base hit here with a runner on third. It's a 5-5 ball game here, bottom of the 7th, first game of the 2024 season, and a conference game at that. And again, it's the 2 rivals, Albany and Stanberry. A freshman pitcher on the mound here in Alyssa Wallace, going up against a junior second baseman, Alexis Sider, here on this pitch. Still nobody out in the inning. First pitch upstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, that's the big thing for the Warriors. Nobody out. It doesn't have to be a base hit. Just score the run and get out of here with a win.
The 1-0 pitch upcoming here from Alyssa Wallace to Alexis Sider. It's going to be hit at the middle, and that's going to do it. The Warriors will walk it off and win 6-5 here in Albany. A big RBI single there by Sider, and they come away with the 6-5 victory in walk-off fashion. We'll be back with the BTC Bank postgame and tonight's Winner's Circle Player of the Game when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank school mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and you can earn that school extra cash. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded just like you. BTC Bank.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
And welcome back out again here to Albany as the Lady Warriors are able to pull it out and pull out a 6-5 walk-off victory tonight here over the rival Stanberry Bulldogs. And Brett, as you would assume, Warriors came away with a walk-off win, but by no means did they think that that was a game that was very pretty in any form or fashion.
No, that's what you would call an ugly win right there. It was ugly, but they came out with a win. You love how it ended with the walk-off, but there's certainly some things the Warriors can come away with in this game knowing they got to work on, most notably the defense. It's just got to be better. They made several errors in this game, and the fact they were able to come away with a win is great, but they could certainly have some improvements to be made going forward from tonight.
Yes, and tonight, remember your postgame brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Let's take a look at the stats from the ball game. Offensively tonight for Stanberry, Marley Hilton led the way, 3 for 5 of the night with a run scored and an RBI. Brooke Robinson tonight, 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Bree Jensen, 1 for 4. Danny Vandraska came in to pinch run for her with a run scored. Allie Schieber, 0 for 3 on the night. Alyssa Wallace, 1 for 3. Josie Moffitt, 1 for 4. Tasha Stoll, 0 for 4. Kinsey Adcock, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Olivia McQuinn, 0 for 3. Winning pitcher record tonight was McKenna Moffitt. Goes 7 innings, gives up 5 runs, 1 earned off of 9 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. The big thing for the Warriors defensively tonight, they gave up 6 errors, which led to a lot of those Stanberry runs tonight. Offensively tonight for the Warriors, Keely Siddons goes 1 for 4 with a run scored. Kennedy Epperly 0 for 1 on the night with 2 runs scored and 3 walks. Jade Hilliard 1 for 4 with a run batted in. Alexis Sider 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. McKenna Moffitt 0 for 2 on the night. And then Maddox Epperly 0 for 2 with a run scored. Marley Hansel 1 for 2. Kaylee Smith 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Caitlin Bunker 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Losing pitcher of record tonight, the freshman Alyssa Smith. Tough, hard-fought game for her. Goes 6+ innings, gives up 6 runs, all earned off of 8 hits, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And Brett, for the Warriors, we kind of talked about it going into that 7th inning. The top half of the order was 0 for 7. They came away with single walk, RBI double. And what was when you said they were due, they came up due in the 7th inning.
Yeah, exactly. They came through when it mattered most, and they didn't have the greatest day at the plate up until that point. But when you come up with clutch hits like that, it kind of makes your whole day better. So they came up when it mattered most, and we hope to see some more of that with clutch hitting, timely hitting as the season goes on.
And tonight our Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards player of the game. Remember, Winner's Circle North in Albany has all your trophies, awards, medals, plaques, and everything else you might need for your next event or celebration. Tonight, the player of the game goes to Alexis Sider. 3 for 4, 3 RBIs, including the game-winning RBI as well. Again, for myself, Jared Rolvis, color analyst and cameraman tonight, Brett Williams, so long. Good night tonight from Albany. Like to thank our sponsors, though, before we leave you. BTC Bank, Petty John Alderson, locations in Bethany and Albany. Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee. Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential in Albany. Johnson Controls, Northwest Cell, the Briar Patch on the west side of the square in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop and Sublime Flamingo Boutique, LLC. East Fork Lodge and Legacy Event Center. Papa's Family Restaurant. Lone Star Investments. Thummel Angus. The City of Albany. Williams Construction. The Albany Booster Club and the Albany and Stanberry School Districts. Printer Renew Shop are located in Albany. And the Donnie and Nancy Stevens family. So long again tonight here from Albany. We'll be back in action with softball on Thursday as the Warriors will take on Pattonsburg here at home in Albany.